day I'll wake and rub my eyes, and in that land beyond the skies, you'll find me. I'm frightened. I'm frightened.
Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well. We are going to film a Twin Flame reading today, so I'm excited to see what comes through. I'm really curious to see if you guys have noticed any gifts coming online or strengthening for you recently. I'd be interested in hearing if that's been happening for any of you, because that's been happening for me with different things. So that's been really kind of a whirlwind, actually. So I did want to announce that I am running a sale right now. Everything on my shop pretty much is half off. If you're looking for a personal reading, my 15 to 20 minute personal readings are more than half off right now, which is awesome. So what's really exciting about those is, especially if you're new to my channel or you're getting your first reading from me, they usually go over a little bit in time. This is a really great way to get like a very sufficient reading for a very reasonable price. So I am offering those for half off right now through till only the 29th. So only another day or two. So definitely check that out. And a lot of you have gifted readings to your loved ones, which I think is a really smart way to go. Why not gift them something meaningful than something they're just gonna like purchase and like forget about, or you know what I mean? Something that actually is gonna benefit them and help them. All my readings have been accurate. You can check out all my 5-star reviews on my Etsy. I have hundreds of reviews on there. I've done over 1,000 readings. And what's interesting is my mediumship abilities have really been coming online recently. So much so to the point where it's kind of freaking me out, but in a good way. Yesterday I had done a reading for a lovely girl and her dogs came through, her doggies. So that was really neat. So I've been channeling animals. That was like my only third occurrence of that happening. First one was a friend's dog, second one was a man's horse, and this third one was her dog. So really exciting, really special, just an amazing way, and things will just come through that are very enlightening. I am able to tap into the galactics and channel light being guides for you, and I'm also able to tap into the future sometimes a year in advance. Like I've done up to a year in advance where people are like, it's been 12 months and everything that you said has activated or come true. So it's really cool. So yeah, just check out my shop. I also have 20 different timeless readings on there, which are all an hour long, and they're meant for you whenever you're drawn to them, hence the timeless title. So they're full of codes, they're full of wisdom, they're full of knowledge, and it's from spirit, you know, for you. And so just trust what you're drawn to, what your soul is drawn to. I also have song albums on there that are really peaceful, calming, relaxing, and activating. And I have meditations on there. I also have courses. So I teach you how to channel light language. I teach you how to interpret and translate the light language you're receiving. I also have a money manifestation course on there using the conduit of water that was all channeled through my Arcturian guide. And yeah, I have also a bilocation course on there teaching you how to travel through your light body form anywhere in the universe. And once you learn that, you can actually time travel as well. So I have amazing stuff on there. Check it out. Do something for yourself, you know, because everything's half off. So do something for yourself, something that's actually going to benefit you and something that's actually meaningful this season. So yeah, and it's only for a couple more days, you guys. So I wanted to put that out there so at least you guys know it, are aware of it. Let's get into the reading. Let's see what's coming through. I am going to be filming some sort of channeled reading where I'm just going to be talking about all the synchronicities that I've been receiving recently, all the downloaded messages. So that'll be coming soon. And also I'm going to do some starseed origin readings here soon for free on my channel. So if you are a starseed and you're looking for your specific origin, or just anything that you're interested in me diving deep into, constellation-wise, star-wise, starseed origin-wise, let me know down below. I know I've done a lot of different ones. I am going to be eventually doing a reading on sextants constellation, because I had done a reading for a client that was from there, and a lot of really cool information came through that I think would be very beneficial for everyone. So yeah, let's see what we get for this. I'm going to do it in twin flame reading, and let's just see what comes through. We have the Hangman. We have rite of passage that's protected with the Hangman. I'm hearing the chimes on the porch. Chimes, ringing of the bells. Clearing the energies. I feel like you might want to visualize energy clearings techniques around you. So I feel like these are, it's really simple to do, but I also feel like a lot of starseeds have these naturally built in because of how empathic we are. I feel like sometimes feeling the need to do some sort of like protection ritual is almost kind of like giving your power away in a sense, because I already feel like you already are. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like kind of telling the universe, like, I don't believe I'm protected, so now I'm going to put this white bubble of light around me and now I'm protected. You know what I'm saying? So I think if I've always like told people, if you just believe that you are, then you are. I mean, I feel like you are anyways. Do you know what I'm saying? Why do I keep saying that? Do you know what I'm saying? But if that's something that you wanted to do more so this holiday season, I mean, you can, but I feel Spirit's really wanting you to have a change of attitude on your perceptions of protection. So I'm not saying throw out all your Palo Santo. I'm not saying, you know, don't do the things that you do that you find comfort in. Of course, do whatever feels comfortable for you, but you have to also know that you are protected. There is literally nothing that can take your power away. Like, I feel like that is an illusion. I feel like that's a whole other topic, actually. Like, I could go into a whole tangent about that. But yeah, I wouldn't worry because you are protected here. And I'm also getting a lot of messages about taking your power back. A lot through this. Like, and that's been coming up a lot this week, actually, and through client readings. And through just talking with friends, is learning how you transmute, learning how you alchemize, how you do your inner alchemy. What do I mean? Alchemy is turning base metals and transmuting them into gold. You're going to be learning, or you are learning, or you're in the process of learning how to take lower vibratory energies, or what you deem as such, and how to transmute them, work with them, and utilize them to your benefit. Okay, and that's going to be however it works for you. This is just something new that's been coming through a lot that I've been doing as well. So yeah, a reclamation of power. I like that for the title. I don't know if that's a word. I'm gonna go with it because it sounds right. reclamation of power here. I feel like this is you and your person. I mean, because you and your person, well, yeah, you can have like dualities and polar opposites of the opposite ends of the mirrors to like see where you're lacking in order to flourish, or in order to overcome tests and things like that. I feel like when it comes to this message with the alchemy, it's like you're both teaching each other how to do this, and you're kind of just doing it quite naturally. Just same with like the protection thing. Like it's quite natural. It's innate, it's within. But you're recognizing it more. And you're learning how to utilize your own inner tools and your own inner ways of transmutation. So that's what I'm getting there. Let's see what else we get. I'm going to tap into the Divine Masculine now. And then we'll end with you, Divine Feminines, if that's how it goes. So we have signs from the universe. Yeah, the universe, this has been something that's opened up recently. Is like, okay, so we would always get synchronicities, right, guys? Like angel numbers out the wazoo. And they call them coincidences. But we all know we all know better than that, right? By now. So these synchronicities of like things that are just like happening, and it's like, wow, like how is that possible? Well, there's a lot of magic in the air is what I'm getting. And there's always magic in the air, but it's like we're remembering, basically. Like, yeah, all of this etheric stuff is real. The reason they tell you that it's not is just like anything else when it comes to a control mechanism. Well, we're reclaiming our power, right? And by reclaiming the magic that we are, even more magic feels safer to expand out, or we feel safer to expand it out and recognize it more and talk about it, share it. So I'm getting like a whole, and I predicted this a while ago, and I don't remember which reading, of course, but I can try to go back and find it. I've done so many readings on here, it's like, but I was predicting that there's a whole new storyboard, whole new way of recognizing and receiving synchronicities and understanding, like a whole new understanding of it, a whole new way it will be presenting. And I feel like that has just started to trickle in for a lot of you recently. You'll have to let me know in the comments if this is resonating for you. If not, that's okay. Just keep listening, because I'm delivering these codes to help it activate with you through my voice, through my telepathy, and through my energy. The chimes are going crazy out there. It's like the universe is cheering you on, and I feel like you're remembering this, that like it's all here for you, and you're creating such magical things, and you're like remembering a lot. And I also feel like the way these synchronicities are coming in, because your sensitivities are heightened or have heightened as well, it's like you're recognizing so much more surrounding these synchronicities, even when they don't make sense to you. It's like an innate knowing, a click, like a clicking into place, and you're like, oh. And you know, it might not make sense to you, but at the root of it, it does. At the root of it, you know. And that's the whole point of it. Okay, so I'm just a babbling brook. Okay. Okay, so fulfillment in the reverse, hope in the reverse, sacrifice in the upright. I feel like a lot of you are still feeling like, okay, Kim, so when's this all gonna happen? Like, I know what these connections are innately. I know my connection with my twin. It's 10:43 right now on the clock. I know my connection with my twin, like I know how strong this is. And I know this is unlike anything that I've experienced on the physical realm thus far in this lifetime, and the etheric as well. I feel like there's revelations coming through. I'm getting a lot of etheric revelations. And what does that mean? That means outside of this realm that we see. You see into higher realms as well, but with your third eye. I'm talking with your two eyes here. So there's a lot more that's clicking in, making sense with the higher realms. And a lot of you, accordance to your Mayan kin, could be galactic activation portals. A lot of you could be light workers. A lot of you could be star seeds. A lot of you, without labels, could be recognizing and understanding these higher realms more and more and more, and better and better and better, just through frequency alone and understanding. It's like you hold the capacity now to hold this understanding of the synchronicities of the higher etheric realms, of that which you cannot see, of the magnificence that is beyond this deep innate connection with your twin. Okay, so you may feel a pull of discouragement between this physical realm and the higher one, even more so than you used to. But this is because you're coming into understanding the higher realms more, the etheric realms more. And with that, knowing that you're seeing through the illusions here, it can cause a pull or a push, like, of duality, of polarity, I'll say, that's a better word, of polarity. And this has to happen in order for you to at least somewhat grasp what is going on from a higher perspective. I wouldn't even say God source perspective. I would just say from a higher perspective. And then once you have somewhat of a grip, just like how I explained those synchronicities, how they click, and even though it maybe at the time you don't like honestly know, but like you know innately, you know something has clicked into place and you understand it, I feel like the same thing for these etheric realms and this knowledge that you, like, it's all within, right? But your mind is trying to keep up with it. And your mind is like, but at the same time it makes sense because it clicks. And it's that clicking where it's like, it doesn't have to be aha, it just clicks into place. And something lines up, something syncs up, something makes sense. And even if it hasn't caught up to your mind yet and it doesn't make sense yet in your mind, you feel it and it clicks in. And then from that polarity of here's the earth, here's the higher realms, even if you are a galactic activation portal and you're more comfortable and aware of the higher realms than you are of earth or starseed or whatever, it doesn't matter either way, because either way you're still receiving this information or codes or something that's clicking into place that's not making sense here, but it's making sense here. And it clicks. And then from that polaric dissonance, you come back and you anchor it here. And I don't think this has ever been done before. I'm just delivering the messages. I'm just the messenger. I don't think this has been done before. Really. So the revelations that you're having now to catch up with the collective consciousness is like, what? What? But it still makes sense. So now when you're receiving these synchronicities, it is everything that I just described, but down here at this lower density on Earth. And so while your mind isn't fully understanding it, you understand it before your mind does, and it makes it really freaking confusing, but at the same time not, because you get it. You just might not be able to the train divine emphasis from spirit, emphasis on the message. So you might not be able to explain it that well to others because your mind is still trying to catch up with what the fuck it means, but you get it innately. It's part of you. So yeah, I did see that thing from 2021 where it was like that blast of cosmic energy that they're now realizing was so massive that they've never witnessed on Earth, yada yada. I feel like that's us. And we're like having that recollection and that remembrance into the future selves of us, that it's us. It's hard to explain because it would be hard to explain, but that's what makes it so much fun. Also, like if it was easy to explain and you had all the answers and you were just like light language, like, okay, now what? I'm bored, let's get to the next level. So anything that presents as quite a challenge is also kind of fun and fascinating at the same time. Maybe not always, but maybe it doesn't feel like it at the time, but it's something that you can like kind of look back at and appreciate, I guess, and honor. Okay, let's see what else we get. The Emperor in the reverse, power. I need to talk about something too. Yeah, overanalyzing in the mind, analyst in the reverse. Sometimes your twin flames will, and it doesn't matter what sex they are, because you can have like a female energy in a male body, and you can have a male energy in a female body. This is something that we talked about as well. What was I gonna say? Oh, okay, so sometimes the divine masculine will receive gifts before you with certain psychic things, and you're just like, huh. And then other times you divine feminines will receive psychic gifts before your divine masculines, and they'll just be like, huh. Well, that huh holds a lot of questioning within it, and maybe sometimes like a feeling of inferiority. But what Spirit's coming through and saying is like there's no reason for that inferiority to be there at all, because you are the perfect puzzle pieces that come into place, that lay perfectly within one another. It's a meshing and a molding. And if you can think of this with just two people in a divine twin flame relationship and how their gifts align perfectly, that there's no reason for competition then. The word does not exist. The limit does not exist, like in Mean Girls, but it doesn't. You're limitless. And these gifts are ever unfolding and growing in accordance to different timelines here that are also all accessible at once because they're all happening simultaneously at once. But if you can visualize that with two people in a twin flame union and how perfectly their gifts mesh together, You realize there's no such thing as competition. You also realize it's the same for the collective at hand. The entirety of the collective, human collective at hand. That we all hold our different quirky gifts. And there is no such thing as the word competition. And the reason that we all hold these different quirky gifts is because each piece and each person aligns just so effortlessly and perfectly into place, like a puzzle. So that's the message they want me to end on today. If you look, we have the two puzzle pieces here, and it doesn't even matter what angle you're looking at it from, because as long as you recognize it, that clicks in with the human consciousness. The human consciousness, it ripples out and they recognize it. And then it all, clicks into place. Okay? So, I love you. I hope that made sense. I'm gonna go to edit this and hope to God it makes sense. But even if it doesn't, I'm just channeling, I'm delivering codes. Yes, and I am running a sale. So definitely take advantage of my readings if that's something that you want to partake in, something actually meaningful for yourself, or for your friends or your family. Treat them to a reading. I'm only running this for a couple more days, so definitely take advantage. So I love you. Just reflect on this stuff. Maybe I might have to rewatch this a couple times to understand what the F I'm talking about, but that's okay too, because I feel like innately I already know, and that is your reclamation of power. So keep going with it. You're doing it, you're already doing it, and I love you. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon.
Someday I'll wake and rub my eyes, and in that land beyond the skies, you'll find me. I'm frightened. I'm frightened.